Imagine you order a pizza in Norway. It arrives. It's hot, it's perfect, and then everyone at the table picks up a fork and knife. No hands, no folding, no grabbing. Just careful, deliberate cuts, like they're eating a 5-course steak dinner. You'd think you walked into a different universe. But here's the thing. They're not being weird. They're being exactly who they are. Here's what makes this story so fascinating. Pizza is one of the most universal foods on Earth. Over 5 billion pizzas are sold every year worldwide, according to the National Restaurant Association. And in almost every country, America, Brazil, Australia, Japan, people eat it the same instinctive way. You grab it, you fold it if it's big, you eat it with your hands. It's casual, it's fast, it's fun. But Norway does something completely different. And when people from outside Norway first see it, they genuinely don't know what to think. Is it snobbery? Is it a hygiene thing? Is it just one of those quirky European habits? None of the above. The real reason reveals something much deeper about Norwegian culture, about how Norwegians see themselves, their values, and what they believe a meal actually means. And by the end of this video, you're going to look at that slice of pizza on your plate in a completely different way. Here's where the story really starts. To understand why Norwegians eat pizza with a fork and knife, you first have to understand how Norwegians think about eating in general. Norway is not a culture that rushes meals. Historically, Norwegian family culture places enormous value on the dinner table as a social space, not just a feeding station. According to research from the Norwegian Institute of Public Health, family meals are consistently linked to well-being, structure, and togetherness in Norwegian society. Eating together properly is considered a form of respect for the food, for the people at the table, and for yourself. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Norway's concept of dugnad, a deeply rooted tradition of communal effort and shared responsibility, extends even into small everyday behaviors. When you eat messily, you're not just inconveniencing yourself, you're affecting the shared environment, the table, the atmosphere, the people around you. Eating pizza with your hands, in that context, it suddenly feels less casual and more like a social disruption. You can almost feel the cultural logic clicking into place, right? Now, a lot of people jump straight to hygiene as the explanation, and honestly, they're not entirely wrong, but they're missing the full picture. Norway consistently ranks among the most hygiene-conscious countries in the world. According to Eurostat data, Norway scores exceptionally high in personal hygiene habits across Scandinavian surveys. And in Norwegian culture, touching shared food surfaces or eating in a way that creates visible mess carries a social weight that most cultures simply don't attach to it. But here's the part most people miss. This isn't about fear of germs in some anxious, obsessive way. It's about something Norwegians call ryddighet, which roughly translates to tidiness or orderliness. It's a quiet, consistent cultural value that shows up everywhere. In how Norwegians organize their homes, how they queue, how they behave in public spaces, and yes, how they eat. Eating pizza with a fork and knife isn't just cleaner. In the Norwegian framework, it's more considered, more intentional. I'm paying attention to what I'm doing. I'm not just consuming. I'm participating in a meal. And that distinction, that's everything. Wait, before you assume this is some ancient Norwegian tradition, let's add a crucial layer. Because the timeline here is genuinely surprising. Pizza didn't become widely popular in Norway until the 1970s and 1980s. And when it arrived, it didn't arrive as street food or fast food the way it did in America. It arrived primarily through restaurants, sit-down establishments with tables, napkins, and yes, cutlery already on the table. So Norwegians didn't consciously choose to eat pizza differently. They simply absorbed it into the dining culture that already existed. Pizza came to them in a formal dining context, and that's how they learned to eat it. According to food historian Virjan Rees, when new foods enter a culture through formal dining settings, they tend to inherit the etiquette of that setting, regardless of how the food is eaten in its country of origin. This is one of the most remarkable examples of cultural absorption you'll ever find.
Italy invented pizza as a street food, something you fold and eat walking through Naples. Norway received pizza at a dinner table and kept it there permanently. Same food, completely different identity. That's the power of cultural context. But here's the twist that nobody talks about, and this is where it gets really interesting. Here's the part of this story that completely reframes everything. When Norwegians eat pizza with a fork and knife, they're not imitating anyone. They're not trying to be fancy. They've genuinely made pizza their own, absorbed it so completely into Norwegian food culture that it now carries Norwegian values: orderliness, intentionality, respect for the table. And this creates a fascinating tension when outsiders visit. Many Americans and Italians who travel to Norway and see this for the first time reportedly feel a strange mix of confusion and mild offense, like a cultural rule they didn't know existed just got broken in front of them. Italians especially, who treat pizza's informal nature as part of its soul, find the fork and knife approach almost philosophically puzzling. But here's the question worth sitting with. Who's right? Is pizza supposed to be eaten a certain way? Or does every culture that genuinely loves a food get to love it on their own terms? Norway's answer is absolute. According to a 2019 YouGov survey, 67% of Norwegians reported that using cutlery for pizza was their default and preferred method. Not a special occasion habit, but an everyday one. That's not a quirk. That's a cultural consensus. And when you look at it that way, what Norwegians are really doing is something every culture does with borrowed foods. They're translating it. They're saying, we love this food, and here is how it lives in our world. France did it with Vietnamese banh mi. Japan did it with American hamburgers. And Norway did it with Italian pizza. The food travels, the culture shapes it, and somewhere in that transformation, a new identity is born. Every single bite of Norwegian pizza eaten with a fork and knife is, without exaggeration, a small act of cultural authorship. A quiet declaration that says, this is ours now, and this is how we eat it. You'll never watch someone eat pizza the wrong way and think the same thing again. So here's your question for today, and I genuinely want to know your answer in the comments. Does your culture eat any food in a way that would completely confuse someone from another country? Drop it below. Some of those answers are going to be absolutely fascinating. If this video changed how you think about food and culture, subscribe to Curie Explained, because next time we're uncovering why Mexicans have worshipped corn for 5,000 years and still do today. That one will stop your entire dinner table.